Good Sunday morning, everybody. Good Sunday morning. Welcome to Sunday with Spirit. Hopefully I'll be able to keep this video versus re-recording it. I've started like 10 times. It so much feels like Mercury retrograde. Anyway, back to what we are doing. For my new people, Sunday with Spirit is not a political poll. It's a spiritual poll. It is a group of like-minded people raising the vibration individually, one by one, so that as a collective, our vibration rises. I was thinking of what to do with this, and I'm getting such a sense of so many different messages on what to do for other people. You know, there's so many things that need our attention, that need our love and light and prayers for. And what I was thinking was that we can't forget ourselves. The whole point of this Sunday with Spirit thing is to raise our individual vibrations so that other people can not bask, but be in that space if they choose to be. So as we expand our love and light for our individual spheres, our bodies, and expand that, they can come in, or they can be enveloped with some of that light if they like that, if they choose it. But it starts with us. So I want to go in and just look at us. And I pulled some cards. All right, I'm going to pull this down. A lot of you guys know from my past, I have a healing dome that we go to. Here's the healing dome. This particular dome, as we walk into this dome, if you close your eyes for just a second, we're in our house. We take a couple of deep breaths. We're in our house. And as we have our deep breaths, we take our deep breaths, we get up, we open the door to our living space, and we see a beautiful place in nature. And as we walk through the door, we feel ourselves walking through this cool mist. And we find ourselves on the path to this healing dome. And this path can be anywhere you want it to be, your favorite place in nature. And feel how it feels walking in this place, how it smells. Listen to the sounds. Look down at what you're walking on. Are there hidden folk down there? Look up in the sky. Are there winged ones? Is there a hawk flying overhead? An eagle? Or is it a little teeny hummingbird? The powerful. When we come to just before we come to the dome, there's a stream that we walk through. Cleanses us. And as we come to the dome, we see that there's multiple entrances and exits. We can get into it in any direction. Any entrance, though, has two of St. Michael's personal guards. Ones he has handpicked. You can substitute the guard for any light being that you want. It doesn't need a name. The guardians do not need a name. It's just for us to get an image, the power to feel a sensation of what they do as we walk through. And what do? They wrap us in a golden, white, rainbow light. They wrap us in the chakra colors. They start off with gold. Healing, protection. That's it for me. For you, what color do they wrap around you first? Think about that as we just stand there in front of these two amazingly magnificent light beings, handpicked. What do they wrap around you? What color first? And as we go into the circle, we sit down and we ask ourselves individually, what do we need? How can we be better? These cards, as I flip them over, they will mean different things to different people. My interpretation is mine, yours is yours. All right, I am using Lilac Lantern Intuition cards. That's this one. Sacred Earth Oracle. Enchanted Map, Colette Baron Reed. And then I am using Rebecca Campbell's Work Your Light at the end. Let's see what we get. The center of the card, what do we need to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves in the best possible light? Center card. We need to see the world as upside down. Do we need that? Yeah, I don't know if we need it. It's just an awareness. You know, one of my least favorite words, I should say, is need and should. So, but I keep saying them all the time. I need to stop it. All right. The awareness is, this is all around us. It's something that should be acknowledged. I said should. Dang it. This is really difficult. Okay, I'm just going to keep going with my mistakes and all. Obviously, we don't need to dwell on that. That's what I'm hearing. Don't dwell on it. It is what it is. It's upside down. Dwell on something else. Let's dwell on this. Fragments. So it's clear that we're not escaping the fragmentation of the world events. Now, this world can be big world or it can be an individual world. It could be this circle. It could be our homes, our lives, our whatever our world is, and we're trying to focus on us so that we can lighten up. So this is our little individual world with limited people around us and the fragments that we have with it. The fragmentation. How do we make ourselves whole in this upside down world? How do we do that? Well, we acknowledge that we are a little upside down and we are fragmented. But But we do have an expectation, don't we? That we can get out of this. That we can get out of this fragmentation, this upside down world. We do have that. We're not going to hang out in this fragment and upside down world. We expect better things. We expect better things, and it's not of other people, it's of ourselves. What are we expecting better of ourselves? This circle is not about outside forces. Today, it's all about inside forces. What are we expecting of ourselves? How do we expect to change the world, to change our fragmentation? Sometimes I feel so lost, and I go, there is no expectation. It's just the same over and over and over. I have to remind myself to look to the sun, to feel the light on my face, to feel the warmth of the Creator. Oh yeah, and there's dragonfly wings on my back. I forgot all about them. I have magic on my back. We all have magic on our backs. And we're on the ground with buffalo. Look at the colors on this. It's so beautiful. When I asked you to remember walking on the path to the dome, that's what this is about. Noticing the things around you, not the fragmentations, but the wholeness of it all. How one color blends into another. So we have that expectation of moving from the fragments, changing the world, our world, and we're like, how do we do that? How? Well, at the base of it, okay, we have movement. Okay, thank you. How do we move? Well, an ostrich moves really funny. I mean, it's really a funny looking movement. Number one, things are not what they appear in an ostrich. Those backward looking knees, those are ankles. It's an ankle. The knee is way up here. The hip is up here. This bird doesn't fly. It's too heavy. The bones are not hollow bones. That's an interesting concept. In shamanism, you want to be a hollow bone so that you can let go of everything that you thought you knew, everything you thought you wanted, become a hollow bone so you could be filled with the Creator's message. These bones are solid. So it feels like when I say that, for me, we're getting the Creator's knowledge from the expectation, from just being aware of nature more, feeling the sun on your face, going, I'm going to get something better. I'm going to make something better happen. I'm going to allow, that's the better word, allow something better to happen. But you do have this movement card at the base. This ostrich looks funny walking. This ostrich is the fastest two-legged creature on Earth. It can sustain a run for 31 miles an hour for about 30 minutes. Top speed's about 60. And it uses its lumbering body weight to make rapid, amazing quick turns. It's built for running and changing direction. The expectation is we are going to be moving fast, solidly, changing direction. That's me. I want to turn this upside down. And at the top of the reading, of course, it's all about intention. It's all about intention. What are you sitting on? You're wise enough with this owl. You have the dandelion, which I love as a little kid. I used to blow, the dandelions and spread all the seeds. Make a wish. And I would spread those seeds everywhere. Some people would call those seeds weeds. Now I eat them every day in a smoothie. So they're gorgeous. They're not weeds. What are you sitting on? What's the intention to change your world? What's your expectation to change your world? What is the movement? And how do we defragment ourselves? That card here, the Fragments card, I think gets pushed aside with these three. And we'll slowly turn the world right side up. Let's see how we turn that world right side up. Work your light. Trust your path. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? That was 3D noise. If you knew you would be supported, what would you do? I would start turning this world the right way. Where would I go? What do you expect to have happen? What's your intention? I would want me to be whole. But even parts of me, the fragmented parts, it's not that bad. I mean, I like having my hand, but it is attached to my body. But, I don't, you know what I'm saying? Fragments may not be that bad. You can make a beautiful mosaic out of them. But I guess if it was just a hand laying there, not attached to me, that would be kind of bad, I guess. All right. Keepers of the earth, you're not alone. Ancient ancestors stand beside you. Keepers of the earth. Is that right? Sorry. Yes, keepers of the earth. The guardians of this dome. And because this is individual day, what can we do individually to heal ourselves? Not thinking about anybody else. Who are our guardians that are protecting our inner world? Ask them. Expect them to show up. Let them turn your world, our world, just a little more right side up. The world card is right. Transformation. Things are happening at a deeper cellular level. So what do? We just trust this? Just trust it? Oh yeah, wait a minute. Here, yeah. That's it. Just trust. Trust. There are things that we can change in our world, and there are things that we cannot change in the world. They just are. We can expect different things. We can put our intention out for different things. We can see the movement, and we can trust that if our inner light is strong enough, is shining bright enough, and expanding in such a way that other people, if they choose to, can be in that light, in that love. And then we all start vibrating on a similar yet fragmented frequency. What can we expect to have happen? I think the world would be a better place. All right, you guys. I appreciate you watching. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate your comments. We have some rough patches to get through in this crazy world, outside world. Make sure we take care of our inside world first. Peace and love.